Good morning, good morning. This is the Journey to a Winning Anyway Life. I am your host, Life Pastor Kyle, for all things winning. Hope you're ready for an amazing Friday. Listen, and an amazing weekend. Furthermore, let's just go all the way. An amazing life. If you're on here, I want you to go ahead and like, share, tag, let someone know that you're on. Good morning, Mr. Tamala Ricks, Maria Briscoe. Good morning. Tawanda Lottie. Good morning. Andrea Thomas, Brittany Long. Come on, good morning, Prophet. There y'all go. Hey, callers, how you doing this morning? And Manny Saeed, good morning to you as well. Hope y'all are ready for an amazing time in life altogether. Eric Trotman, got it. You know what I'm saying? There's just so much going on. It's all good. Geraldine Shelvin, great morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Maria says she ready. Ivan Rice, what's going on, man? Listen, I'm ready this morning. I couldn't let go of last week. Last week was so amazing. Alicia Taylor, Niecy Jones, got you. Nikki Jones, Alicia, good morning, good morning. Teresa, good morning to you as well. Listen, y'all, I could not let go of last week. We talked about valuing yourself beyond yesterday. I gave you 5 key points. I have 5 more because you can never value yourself too much. And so once you like, share, tag, get someone on here. As you come on, be kind, be nice, be, I know your mother taught you home training. When you enter someone's home, just say hello, because it lightens the load versus when I think I'm saying something and you taking it for something else, and then all of a sudden you have a comment. I know that's right. You didn't say good morning, but you want to get involved in something that could be, maybe, something a little shady. But no, we're not going to go there this morning. It's going to be a wonderful day in the neighborhood. And so I'll be out today just doing some things. Nothing particularly have to be done. Just out enjoying life today. Hello, Keith Young. How you doing? Listen, while you're on here, before we even started, we got another minute. I want all of you to do me a favor. Here we go. Here's the work. Here's the work I want you to do. Here's the work. I want you to write down or say type one positive thing that you've learned about yourself since last Friday. One word. Hello, Laura Rubin. Hello, Deja Young. I want you to, one word, give me one word that shows me what you've learned about yourself since last Friday. You talked about it last Friday about valuing yourself beyond yesterday. What did you take on this week? One word, give me one word that describes what you've digested, not just ingested, digested about yourself last week or this week up until now. Come on, let's go, because I want to get to the lesson in about 1 minute. And I know Facebook is behind. Andrea Thomas says, I learned that I'm really blessed. Doesn't matter what happened, I'm blessed. Come on, I like that. Mr. Rick said, patience. I know you're right. You got to have it. It's a must. It's a must. Endurance. Come on, Teresa. You learned it. Come on. Darjean said, caution. Yeah. The Bible talks about it. Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication. There it comes. Confidence. Come on, Brittany. Keith Young. Patience. Geraldine Shelvin. Persistence. Come on. Maria Briscoe. Self-worth. Good morning, Taisha Tate. Laura Rubin said, kindness and patience. I said one word. You got to follow the instructions carefully. One word that you've learned about yourself since last Friday. See Charles Elder there. Determined. Come on, callers. I was talking about you this morning. Hello, Crystal Jackson. God bless you. Say my good morning, Bishop. I'm not a bishop. I stay out of that lane. Titles are not my thing. I am a prophet by gift, but I'm just Pastor Kyle, or Life Pastor Kyle for coaching. I'm not a bishop. I stay out of those lanes. I'm one of the ones you will find that says I don't want it, and I really mean I don't want it. Resilient. Greta Cook. Good morning, Greta. Laisha Taylor says focus. Listen, let's get to the lesson this morning. It's going to be amazing for everybody in all these things that you're putting one thing by yourself. Good morning, Tisa Collier. Deja Young said relentless. The one thing she's learned about herself. Manny says, I've learned to be diligent. Come on. Y'all, it's amazing. Let's go. I'm ready for the lesson. I think somebody's ready. If you're ready, Alea Brooks said, strong. Come on. I learned that I'm strong. Good morning, Willis Miller. It's the one word that you've learned about yourself since last Friday, since we had the last lesson. Then you will also learn something today that will push you beyond. Hello, Tamisha Figaro is in the building. So listen, let's get to the lesson. I really want to get you there because I feel like something's going to happen today that's going to really be a blessing to you. Because like I say, she learned a little more focus this week. Come on, Lady Jackson. I know what you're talking about. We have to have it. So listen, now that you learned, hey, Janessa Jones, my God, it's been years. Good to see if it's the same. But Janessa, where are you, Janessa? What city are you in now? Are you in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, or ATL? Which one? It may not be Atlanta, Georgia. Resiliency, I see you. Ms. Rick said, I'm ready to teach, Prophet. Stop it, Tam Ricks. Good morning, Aaron Fleeks. Emery Shelvin, good morning, sir. Let's get to our lesson, y'all. I don't want to keep y'all. Hey, First Lady. Listen, we talked last week about, good morning, Minister Blunt, about valuing yourself beyond yesterday. And it was really, really rich. I must give a quick review for people who were not here and give them the points and we'll jump forward. Hello, Brittany Long. Hope you're ready. Janessa say, I'm back in Houston now. Are you kidding me? Hey, let's connect for sure. Bring all that vibe and juice back. Let's connect. Janessa, I'm sure cars would love to hear that you're back. Oh my God. Amazing. Amazing. Hey, Roy Sales, Sydney Morris, Dr. Wilkie, V-Law, W.V. Law. Wilkie doesn't sound like, W.V. Law the third. That sounds like money. Hey, Vita Handy. Let's get to our lesson, y'all. I'm ready, man. Listen, we talked about valuing yourself beyond yesterday. Talked about it on last week, and it was a very, 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 very pulling topic on me. And I want you to begin to now, let's get back into it. I have 5 more points to give you. I went and got some more things, as Carla said, absolutely. Embracing your worth beyond yesterday. Valuing yourself beyond what you were, what you've been through yesterday. And so I told you last week, and I'm going to say it again. I'm kind of doing a quick review, and then we're going real quick, I promise. This is the time in your life. What's up, Pastor Roy L. White? God bless you, man. This is the time. Now, this is not preaching for all y'all pastors. This is really my coaching that kind of gets people, gives them some clarity beyond Sunday and the walls of the church. So don't y'all expect me to preach. I might give scripture, but I try not to do as much preaching on every platform that I'm on. But this is the time that you should celebrate yourself. It's the time that you have to look at your life, where you've been, what you've been going through, and celebrate yourself. Not just for what you have accomplished. Let me let this up so much I can stop bending down. Not just for what you have accomplished, but for what you have personally survived in your life. Because no one knows what you actually survived except for the person who's been through it. I know people have been around you. If the music is too loud, let me know, Sydney. I know people have been around you, but they've not been in you. And so, hey, Shauna, so you have to celebrate not just what you have been through, but what you have accomplished and what you have personally survived and what life has shown you. You got it? Hey, Nia Brewer, congratulations again. And today, Friday, is a chance again to value yourself, not just for what you have done or what you have failed to do, but value yourself based on your potential, your limitless potential that you're carrying right now. Don't value yourself based on what people say and what they think and feel, because no one knows how much God has deposited into you that eyes have not seen. Okay, I mess with me, I feel y'all. And ears have not heard. So we gave you some points last week, and I'm gonna take you to it again if y'all ready. Got it? I'm gonna take you to it again. And so what's going to happen is, hey, Sarah Price. So I want to punch you through to how to value yourself in a whole different way. You ready? Number 1. Know this. This is a review. Number 1, your past does not define you. Your past does not define you. Come on, we already in there. Bless you. That's it right there. That's what I want right there. I want to bless somebody early. Your past does not define you. Hear me well. I want to go right through it, y'all. So don't y'all start me preaching. And why do you say that? Because yesterday's mistakes and yesterday's triumphs, they're simply chapters in your book. Don't allow them to limit your potential. Don't allow it to limit your potential. Your past does not define you. Got it? Number 1. Number 2, here we go. You have to, if you're going to value yourself beyond yesterday, you have to focus on growth and not perfection. That means whatever you've always done or had to do, you have to give yourself a way to measure that you may be able to see if you're doing it better or if you're doing it exactly the same. So when you focus on growth and not perfection, you have to always value yourself as a work in progress. Got it? It's a work in progress. Come on, y'all. It's a work in progress. We're pushing through, but we are always a work in progress. So I'm not perfect, but I'm always growing. That's number 2. We got to move. Number 3, stop looking back and celebrate your now. Are we there? Stop looking back and celebrate your now. Yeah, right now. Celebrate your now. That means you have to properly evaluate your current strengths, your achievements, your skills, your qualities, and then you have to celebrate those things right now. You got it? Then number 4, and you need to remember this number 4. I told you last week, start to rewrite your narrative. You got it? Start to rewrite your narrative. Because once you realize the power that you have the power to create and recreate a new, a bigger, and a better future. You can do nothing about your past. You can do nothing about your yesterday. But you can start now and create a new, a bigger, and a better future right now. So here's how you maintain that. Here we go, Greta Cook. Here we go. You do it by surrounding yourself with uplifting people. You do it by surrounding yourself with people who understand that life happens. But because something happens in your life does not mean that you are that thing. Got it? So how do I really surround myself with people? I need to engage the people, the environment, and the activities that affirm my values. I need to engage the people, the environment, and the activities that affirm my values. And then they also encourage me to move forward with confidence, not the things that hold me back. You got it? That's number 5. That was the 5th one. That's all what I gave you last week. Review is done. Somebody type the word done. Listen, there are 40 of you on here. Only 25 have loved and liked it. Can all of you that have not touched a button, touch a button? Even if you said hello, touch a like button or a love button. We can see that you were here, that you would leave. Hey, Canvas Booker Sap. Come on, tap the love or like button. There are 40 of you on here, only 25. So 15 has not said anything or either over on YouTube. Let's go. So here we go. I'm finna run now. Here we go. We're gonna run. Number 1, your past doesn't define you. Okay, good. Come on. A few of y'all did it. Focus on growth, not perfection. Stop looking back and celebrate yourself now. Rewrite your narrative. And then surround yourself with uplifting influences. Y'all got it? I see y'all in here. Y'all in here. Y'all remember what I said on Wednesday night. Y'all in here. I see Alicia. I see Andrea, Mabel, Geraldine, Tamla. I'm reading y'all names. Excuse my not giving you titles. Tawanda, Shauna, Charzetta, Manny, Keith. I see y'all. Naya Brewer. I'm going to say that. Minister Lester Blunt. I see y'all. Listen, I see you, Valencia. So listen, I see you, Sid. Let's go. So here's the thing. Now, hey, Kendra Lincoln, good morning. So here is where it gets good. After you surround yourself with uplifting people, here is number 6. Number 6 is you have to acknowledge your journey. You can't just be going through life and letting life do what it does. You have to acknowledge your journey, which means you have to be intentional about your life. I know there's some people who are just living. They're not really intentional. You have to be intentional about your life. So how do I do it? Dr. Kendra Greenhouse, God bless you, man. Here is how you acknowledge your journey. You have to recognize and honor your experiences. Oof. The good and the bad. Because the good comes to encourage you and lift you up. The bad comes to teach you something so you be shaped in the right shape for the next good thing that comes. So your good and your bad have shaped you. It is not what you have accomplished that has made you. It is where you fail and your resilience to bounce back in spite of what you didn't make happen. The blessing of it is that you are able to be shaped into something that's better than what you were back then. And so your good and your bad experiences have shaped you into who and what you are. So instead of you dwelling on your mistakes and your failures, focus on acknowledging your journey. Got it? Instead of dwelling on your mistakes and your failures, focus on the journey. You got it? This is what you need to do. Focus on your journey. Be intentional about your life. Y'all got it? That's number 6. If you had, it's gonna get hard. Number 7, you ready, Sydney? Watch this. If you're ready, here we go. Number 7 is a beast. Because listen, I got to punch you real hard. Let me go fast. Once you realize your past doesn't define you, you have to now, it's the wrong word to say, but I want to say it like this. You have to undefine you by what you have defined yourself by. Then you focus on growth and not perfection, because you'll never be perfect till the day you die. And then you won't be perfect until you're judged. So then number 3, you have to look back and celebrate yourself now, or stop looking back and celebrate where you are now. Be grateful that you're where you are. And then rewrite your narrative. After you rewrite your narrative, surround yourself with people and things that will uplift you, keep you, grow you, push you, and not let you fail. Number 6, acknowledge the journey. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Acknowledge the journey. Here I come. Number 7, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Let go. This one's going to be difficult. Let go of any guilt or regret or self-criticism that's tied to your past. God bless you, Prophetess Holman. Let go of any guilt, any regret, or any self-criticism that's tied to your past. Forgive yourself. This is the only way you're going to value yourself beyond yesterday. If you don't, you'll always look for something from yesterday. You can tell people who don't move forward because they stay stuck in yesterday. Everything you communicate about is something to do with yesterday. The question is, what are you doing right now for your tomorrow? Stop trying to put Band-Aids. Day Renee. Clarissa, I want to congratulate you. You said you were going to do something. You talked about it. You went hunting. You prayed about it. You were frustrated. You lost your sleep. You lost people. You were aggravated. But I want to celebrate you. Congratulations on your success this week. God bless you. Dr. Dwayne Sheridan. God bless you, Bishop. So number 7, forgive yourself. Look, if you're on here, y'all, tap the love or like button. Let me know you were here. So let me know you were here. That's all. Forgive yourself. Let go of any guilt, regret, self-criticism tied to yesterday. There's nothing you can do about your yesterday. Hey, Deja Harris. There's nothing you can do about your yesterday. Okay. I can ask the question. Thank you, Lord. If you are a person who needs to forgive a little bit of something about yourself, really. Some people don't need to do that. You already done it. You're gone. You're free. But if you've been carrying a weight and the weight is yourself, just say me. I want to know to pray for you later. Just say me, or say it's me. Let go of anything that's trying to fix. You can't Band-Aid a place where you're not. You're no longer in yesterday, so you can no longer fix that. It's done. It's now your testimony and not your hindrance. Let it go. I see you, Andrea Thomas. Hey, Eric Joseph Dean. I see you, Valencia. I see you, Shauna Speaks. I see you, Sarah Price. See you, Tisa Karia. I see you, Manny Saeed, Vita Handy, Brittany Long. I see y'all. I want to pray for y'all throughout the day. Hey, Roy Sells. Hey, Tika Lee. Listen, acknowledge this. Here's how you do it right now. Acknowledge I'm human. Now listen, I'm not saying, but hear me very well. I'm not saying that you are not sorry for a mistake that you've made. I'm saying it's been a weight that you've been carrying. Got it? It's been a weight that you've been carrying, and it's hindered you from really being the best you. So watch this. Acknowledge that you are human and that humans make mistakes, but mistakes are opportunities for learning and for growth. Watch this. Mistakes do not define the characteristics or the value of your worth. That's what I'm talking about, valuing yourself beyond yesterday. If you didn't have value, God would have took you out when you got stuck. He did not, because he still sees value in the vessel. So you got to forgive yourself. and realize that whatever has happened or even is happening is not canceling your worth. That's what potential is. Potential is something that has not been touched or tapped. And sometimes God does not allow your potential to be developed or exposed until you have forgiven yourself enough to protect the potential. So all the people that were in your life that have moved from your life, that was protecting your potential. God couldn't let you be in it because they would have affected it. So God let them move, and now he can expose it to you where you are. But you got to forgive you and release you, because if you don't, you'll be carrying the weight of them and it in you, and then God can't free you. You got to let it and them go so God can expose your potential of you. God can expose some individuals' potential, because if he exposes your potential to you, then it will also be exposed to other people who have not called him God, who have not called him Lord, who does not value your go through. I look for people in my life who value the hell I go through. I don't need people who can go to Post Oak with me. I don't need people who can ride in my Benz. I don't need people who like to eat with me because of the kind of money I got. I don't need people who are with me when I'm up. I need people who, when they saw me going through hell, they did not walk away. Those people are valuable and hard to find. And the ones who just did not walk away but got in it with me to help pull me out, those are the people that are showing you that there's still value in your potential. That's number 7. I gotta go. Okay, number 8. So if you've been there for me in my go through, you're valuable to me and you're valuable to God. Got it? Number 8. After you forgive yourself, you have to embrace the present, which means you have to really embrace where you really are and all that's happening right now. You have to shift your focus on what you can control today by celebrating yourself and also recognizing how much strength it takes to keep moving forward. I want to show you how valuable you really are. Even though you have not forgiven yourself, you've not freed yourself, but this is how valuable you are. Do you know how much strength it takes to keep moving forward in spite of what was? And let me encourage you, you kept moving forward. You kept moving forward. You kept moving, which means you have the strength. You just need to gird up your loins and point your strength in the direction in which you want it to be. Because every moment you experience is a chance, watch this now, to redefine who you are. Everything you experience is a moment to redefine who you are. So in your present state, here's what you have to do. You have to create goals that align with your future. I hear this for somebody. If this is for you, type the words WOW, W-O-W. Watch this. Some of you have created goals to try and supersede or fix your past. And God said you can't create a goal for something behind you. You have to create a goal that aligns with your future, which means you're dealing with your past in your present. You talk to people based on your past. You make decisions based on your past. You damage good relationships based on your past. Every goal you set for you is to say, I gotta do this better because I messed up this time, or I gotta take these 5 classes because I flunked one, or I gotta go in debt trying to get a better car because everybody know I lost my car. And God says, no. Wrong. You have to create goals that align with your faith and your future, not trying to fix your past. Okay. Because every step, hey, Crystal Burton, every step you take toward your goals to reinforce your values and your future and your faith, it proves that, watch this, your best days are still ahead of you. See, anytime you put goals in place to try and fix what yesterday was, then you're trying to act as if your best days are behind you. And you're literally prophesying to your yesterday, which is a dead prophecy. because no one can prophesy to yesterday. I feel my help coming. I got to let y'all go. When you push forward, it proves that your best days are ahead of you. So your plans are for your future. Your goals are for your future. Your prayers are for your future. So what you're doing is you're prophesying that your best days are ahead. Yeah, Keith, your best days are ahead of you. So if my best days are ahead of me, why am I sending mail to yesterday? Oh, I'm not preaching. No. I'm okay. Leave that alone. So here it is. So here it is. I told you earlier, number 4 was rewrite your narrative. Here we go. Got to help you out. Pay attention very carefully. Listen. I've already told you to rewrite your narrative. That means you get a chance to do it again, but now do it with wisdom. I'm not going to do it, Alicia. You get a chance to do it. You get a chance to do it and do it with wisdom. You got it? You get a chance to, the same thing you did before and made a mistake, you get to do it again and be successful. The same thing you did to waste your money, you get to do it again and make a ton of money, because now you're doing it out of what God is calling the value and potential of you. So you rewrite your narrative. Here we go. Just now, number 8, embracing your present, you redefine who you are. You don't allow what you did to define who you are. You redefine who you are based on the present wisdom, knowledge, and understanding you're coming into about yourself right now. Watch this. Then here's number 9. Remember, I gave it to you now. I gave it to you. Rewrite your narrative. Redefine who you are. Here's number 9. You have to reframe your narrative. What do you mean? Because when you write a narrative, it's in the middle. But when you reframe it, it's what's around. It's the boundaries of it. You have to give yourself room to rewrite your narrative. Okay. When you're writing a book or something, you cannot use a small margin. You have to reframe your margins. When you finish rewriting your narrative and redefining who you are, when you redefine who you really are, you're bigger than where you really were. So now you have to reframe your narrative. So now I have to reframe my narrative and give myself more depth than what I've been through. What I've been through didn't hinder me. What they thought about me didn't take me out. What I actually did and am guilty of did not define who I really am. It was really against who I am. So when I rewrite my narrative and redefine who I am, I need to now reframe the narrative and give myself more space to operate in the realm that my potential is. So when I reframe my narrative, I'm giving myself room enough, watch this, to make sure that my rough edges are smoothed out by God. So I change my frame, which means I change my boundaries. And I change them to fit the new life that I'm rewriting for myself and that God's allowing me to be bigger than what I really thought in my small mind. What hinders me? Here I come, y'all. Hope y'all are ready. I have to change the way I talk about my past. My past can no longer be something I use to get attention. My past has to be something I use to tell people it's how I got where I am. It has to be a testimony, not an attention getter. It has to be a testimony and not something that attracts a sob story. So when I'm reframing my narrative, I have to change the way I talk about my past. Because if you try and hide your past, the devil will use it to expose you whenever he wants to hinder your life. But if you expose your own past, you take the devil's fire. And now he has to sit by frustrated and try to include himself in a past you're no longer present in. Am I helping somebody? So instead of focusing on what went wrong about your past, why not highlight the resilience and your determination that it took to get through those times and still be who you are, well you are, so you can value yourself beyond yesterday. Okay, here's number 10 and I'm done. Jesus, y'all took me in this morning. 31 minutes, y'all did good. Number 10, you have to invest. If y'all ready, type the word ready. I'm sorry. Let me. It's the last one. Type the word ready. We'll be probably 5 more minutes, maybe. Type the word ready. Come on, Manny. First, say you teaching good, baby. Thank you. I got it, Sydney. That's good. Bree Piper, she says she ready. I see over on YouTube. Erin Fleek says she ready. I see Taisha Tate. Hey, cousin. Angel, come on. This last one gonna be a booger right here. Y'all ready? Let me give y'all my fast talking run through. So whenever you decide you're gonna value yourself beyond yesterday, here it is. You gotta realize your past does not define you. Number 2, focus on growth and not perfection. Don't think that you got it all together. Number 3, stop looking back and celebrate your now. Number 4, rewrite your narrative. Don't allow everybody else to tell you who you are, what you are, and how you are, and what it is. You rewrite your narrative. And then you maintain that value by surrounding yourself with people or engaging in influential people in good environment, activities, and values, people who affirm your value. Number 6, acknowledge the journey. Number 7, forgive yourself. Number 8, embrace the present. Number 8, make sure, build your goals towards your future, because goals cannot prophesy to your past. Rewrite your narrative, redefine who you are, then reframe your narrative to make sure your boundaries are bigger, your walls are bigger. Smooth the edges off and expand that thing. You got it? Here's number 10 and I'm done. Number 10, invest in mature self-discovery. Woohoo! That does not mean you have to pay a coach, but it's one of the things you can do. This is going to sound contradictory, but it's going to be so valuable to 2025 if some of y'all get this. And y'all ready? Y'all typed the word already. Intentionally get around people who don't agree with you. Now, when I was typing earlier, I typed get around people you don't agree with. That don't work, because for you to get around people you don't agree with, you're going to go into it in bondage. Maria, watch this. Get around people you don't agree with, but you trust. Or get around people who don't agree with you, but you trust. Somebody asked me why. Please ask me why. Please ask me why. Oh. Because sometimes when it's time to grow, you don't need to be around peers. You need to be around people who are already where you're going, and they are not your peers. You need to be around people who are beyond where you're going. You need to be around people where you are not the smartest person in the room. If you, Angel, if you're always around people and you're the smartest one in the room, you have tapped out. You can no longer get to another level. You must be around people who are not where you are, which means this: you must get around people who don't agree with you, but you trust. So while you're spending time with them, your time must be spent in vulnerability, because that's where you really explore your values. It's where you really learn. And the people must be beyond how you live. You must be vulnerable in the situation. And this is the place where you should explore your values, your passions, and your dreams. Here's your problem. You get around your friends, tell them what you value, what you're not gonna do, tell them what your passions are, and tell them what your dreams are. And then if you reach it before them, then they're the ones that hate on you, because you're giving them keys to your values, your passions, and your dreams. Because they're peers. And peers are sometimes not as mature. They just end up in the same place. Can I be real messy? If I can, say, hurry up, Pastor. Hurry up. No, I won't use that. It's like I'll use this. It's like going to the unemployment line to find a wealthy husband, or going to the unemployment line to find a wealthy wife. Maria, it don't make sense. But you only end up there because you're unemployed too. Are you looking for the wrong thing? Okay. What it means is, when you get around people who are not where you are, you have to be vulnerable enough to allow them to help you with your values, your passions, and your dreams. Because to you, it's where your potential comes out. To them, it's already experience. Pastor, you say, why get around people I don't agree with? Because here's the deal. If they can talk you out of it, you wasn't sure of it in the first place. Or if you can't convince them, are your values valid? See, we get around people who are less than what we are because we can convince them anytime to agree with us. And that's why some of you have already tapped out in your life. You tapped out in your yesterday because everybody you're around agrees with you. I have a set group of people. Who are they? That's not your business. I have a set group of people who are around me who I allow to be objective. Then I have people who are above me who I go to who I allow to be objective. I don't introduce you to them because they'll never be tainted by your mindset or how you feel about things. See, if you're not sure in the first place, I can talk you out of it, then you shouldn't make a major investment. Or if you can't convince me, then there's a possibility that your values are not valid. So then you're just talking. You see, in other words, you got to make sure that you're investing in mature self-discovery. Self-discovery is not me getting around 5 of my friends and we getting shots and we drinking till we all lit and then we all agree with each other. Because 9 times out of 10, 1 out of every 3, 1 out of every 3, not every 5, 1 out of every 3 is not stable. See, this is when you got to have real coaches in your life to tell you the real truth. I don't tell you the truth to get your money. I tell you the truth about where you are. So if I can see where you are and you can't see it and you walk into it, then you should value the person who can see where you're not yet. But when you don't value that person and the prophet's mouth shut, then you'll see it when you get there. My prayer is that it's not too late. So you have to invest. I said prophet. Another mindset. Invest in mature self-discovery. Mature self-discovery is putting yourself among people who are beyond where you are. And you try and convince them. If they say that won't work because of this. Don't get mad because somebody don't agree with you. That's called wisdom. That's wisdom that builds your case on the way to experience. And most people want the hand claps without the wisdom and end up having a situation and not an experience. When you get like this and you decide you're going to invest in mature self-discovery, it'll help you reconnect with your purpose and focus on the person you are becoming. You need that more than highlighting the person that you were yesterday. Some people only have highlight reels. They have nothing that they're doing right now. Nothing. Everything is, well, yesterday I did this and the other day I did that and that day I did that and that day. Let me tell y'all something this morning. I've been telling y'all about emotions. I'm going to teach about that real soon in my church and on here. About emotions, about mastering your emotions, because if the devil can get you operating out of what was not or what has not happened yet or what did not happen, then he's already conquered your future because he knows you're facing the opposite direction. I did it on Bible study Wednesday night. He knows that you have no hope of getting to where you're supposed to be going because you're facing a totally different direction because of what taps into your emotions. I taught it on Wednesday, talked about it 3 or 4 times yesterday. Went to bed. My wife said this morning, we got 5 minutes, honey, to get up. I said, okay, cool. In 5 minutes, I dreamed about my father's funeral. Even though he had been gone so long, we were getting ready to have it like now. And I was asking who had the body. He thought, here's how the enemy does things. Who had his body was Fort Bend Funeral Home or Fort Bend, whatever. And they're a real place. And I was like, okay, what time they gonna get here? We already having service. It said they'll be here for 11. I was like, that don't make sense. And it wasn't in my church. It was a big place. And I was all involved in it. And I apologized to one of my cousins, Ysidra. I say, I'm sorry for how I've borrowed your father. And he's been a mentor to me. And he's been a great father to all of us in our family. And so when I hugged her, before I could break down into an emotional cry, I woke up and I said, thank you, Father, for protecting me from that emotional situation because that's not real. Well, you're grieving. No, I'm not. That wasn't grief. And you can't make everything grief. That wasn't grief. That was I've been talking about emotion so much. That was the enemy trying to get me into an emotional place before I give you the value of getting rid of your yesterday. Because most of you only hold on to yesterday because you have emotional ties to it. Thank you, Lord. I like that. Because you have emotional ties. You have no spiritual ties. You have no faith ties. You have no business ties. You have no growth ties. You only have emotional ties, which is really sad. So my wife says, honey, I told her about it. I said, we have 5 more minutes. Watch this, Sydney. Go back to sleep. Have a second dream about my wife. And we're fussing in the dream. And right before it gets, and we start talking. Right before we kind of calm down, before I turn to look at her with this crazy look, I wake up. And I said, thank you, Lord, for waking me up. And the devil wants me to wake up and be looking at her emotionally like, as if the dream is real. Oh, and I told her, I said, there's no way that I'm about to operate in my emotions like this with something that's not real. And God said, there's some of you that I told you Wednesday that are still operating in stuff that's not real. Watch this, are no longer real. No longer means it was, but it's not anymore. And you still there. And here I am giving you how to value yourself beyond yesterday. And you don't even want to hear it. You want to judge what I'm saying when you're stuck. And God's saying it no longer is, so why are your emotions there? How are you trying to make choices outside of who you are? You have to fix your, I'm going to teach that lesson. It's going to be a good lesson on the other side of your emotions. And I said, that's what the devil's trying to do? I said, okay. And God said, no, I'm trying to get you beyond the highlights of yesterday. Yesterday was good, but it's not as good as what tomorrow's going to be. Now listen, I'm closing right here. 43 minutes, too long. Your past is part of you, but it does not have the power to define you. Let me say it again. Your past is a part of you, but it does not have the power to define you unless you allow it. Got it? Every experience, good or bad, it shapes who you are, but it does not determine who you're becoming. But who you become is entirely up to you when you begin to value yourself beyond your yesterday. I'm done, y'all. That's it. I can't get into that because that emotional thing, I'll start a whole new lesson because all the points I've given you, all 10 points, they're all based on how you value if you value your emotions. Do you value your past emotion or past connections more than your future potential? It's like a woman that can't get married and meet nobody because they're still stuck on what was yesterday. You go on a date with somebody and they ask you the question, so how's your last relationship? And now the next 30 minutes, you're telling him all you went through and all you felt and then you end up telling them how you really feel. It hurt me, it broke me. And now you become emotional. They realize you're unavailable on this dinner date because you're still attached. Now, just because you're attached doesn't mean it's attached. Good morning, Gay Collier. Mama Gay. It doesn't mean they're attached. You're still attached. So you're on a date. You're dressed up and you're cute. And you're unavailable because you've not found the value in yourself beyond your yesterday. Now is the time to do so. Oh, thank you, Maria. Let me know. I want to come do it I'll come up there too. It's a wonderful time. Listen, it's Friday, y'all. It is 45 minutes. I am beyond my time. It's been 30 minutes. I gotta go to the barbershop today. I'm gonna find me somewhere good to eat. I'm going to value myself. See, because the devil tried it with trying to get me emotional with my dad when I'm not emotional, and then trying to get me emotional against my wife. And he's trying, and these are 5, I promise you, watch the clock, 5-minute intervals. 5 minutes. I was like, how'd that happen? Like she said, we got 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, I had dreamed that. Then I told her about it and dozed back off, and 5 more minutes, he said, oh, he's trying to. I say, since you're trying to get me to be emotional, I'm gonna be emotional and tell her about it and love on her today and enjoy the day and bless the people of God and get people to value themselves beyond yesterday. Push them out of it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go eat. I'm gonna get my hair cut. I might do a little shopping. I'm gonna find me a nice place I haven't been. I'm going to give myself something I have not given myself. Since the enemy's trying to give me a bad dream, I'm going to give myself a good response. Because I'm rewriting the narrative of my life. I'll not allow people or the enemy or people who don't have my heart to write the narrative of my life. You can't do that. You have great potential in you. I believe in you. God believes in you. If he didn't, you wouldn't have breath in your body this morning. He's giving you breath because that's somebody that believes in you. That's somebody you haven't touched yet, somebody you haven't prayed for, somebody you haven't hugged, not just hugged, somebody you haven't shared love with, somebody you haven't smiled at yet. So God still has potential in you. If he has it in there, then someone outside of you needs it. I pray that God begins to expose your potential of you so you can value who you really are, your spirit, your soul, your mind, your gift, your talent, everything that you are. So next year you can flow in who you were created to be and not just surviving off who you used to be. Look, this is Life Pastor Kyle signing out. It's been an amazing time. I pray that you have an amazing day. I pray everything is wonderful in your life. I pray that you supersede and succeed in everything that you do. Why? Because you're worth it. Why? Because God created you. Why? Because you can win. And remember, no matter what happens in your life, you can win anyway. If you just get past your yesterday, go ahead. You can do it. Peace.